My Gavan and Melonine, and well met indeed. I'm Arike Galajerthan, and welcome back to Warhammer 2. I mean, it should really be Arachir. You should try and like really throat up the CH sound. But anyway, that's by the by. We're playing Warhammer 2 again. We are doing relatively well in Warhammer 2, and we are closing in on what I think will be the victory soon, so that we can then do away with some mods that won't then matter because we're not going to be using them, and play as the Beastman once and for all. But first of all, we've got to get to the point where we win, and in order to do that, the pig dogs have to be put down. Now, not all of them need to be killed. Some of them are already playing ball quite nicely. And that is specifically Paravon up here on the north with the black and gold flag, and Artois over here even further north, who are firm friends of ours despite everyone else hating us. We just need to deal with Bordelot. Bordelot and Carcassonne. Those are the only ones left. Now, you will note that they only have this small region here, so this is all we need to take. 5 regions, and the pig dogs are down. Our other victory condition, and the one that we hope to achieve, is to kill off the last remaining vestiges of Grimgor's Ard boys. And we're doing that. We are moving an army over to deal with Grimgor once and for all. But whilst we're doing that as well, just to spice things up, variety is the spice of life. We have also taken Thegan's errantry out to stop them constantly raiding our shores. So I've sailed across the sea, we've taken our hike, we've got most of our troops now need to replenish, but I don't think Baron will be able to defeat us, so I don't know what his plan will be. But I think we might be at an end turn, so I should probably do that. Now, Belegar is 5 turns away from getting troops, or 6 turns, sorry, actually, before his army is ready to march, which is 6 turns that our enemy is going to be able to use to build up their forces. But it is also 6 turns, one hopes, that nations such as Paravon know that they're trading with Carcassonne. Shame. They like me quite a lot, actually, and they're only liking me more and more and more and more. They don't like my actions against Carcassonne or Bordelot, but they're not actually that bothered by it in the grand scheme of things, so they're just kind of letting it slide. But anyway, let's end the turn and see what happens. See where we go from here. I really enjoy Warhammer. I say it in almost every episode, and I'm so sorry for sounding like such a repetitive and boring shill, but I really like Warhammer 2. But speaking of Total War games, if we are, as we are, because it's all we play on the channel really, what are your thoughts on Total War Troy Mythos? Say it how you will, it's up to you. It seems that what they have done is, after Total War Troy came out and it wasn't given the great reception that they were hoping for, they seem to have finally just caved and given the people what has been called for. So with the release of Troy Mythos, whenever that comes out, it's a DLC, it will give you 2 campaign options, or rather 3 really. It'll expand on the existing campaign option with 2 additional options. So if you're unfamiliar with this, then I can talk you through it. The first is that where there is nothing mythological about it at all. It is a purely historical campaign, and you can play the Troy setting in a historical campaign, and it removes any reference to myth. But more importantly, I think, it removes powerful individual units. So your heroes return to a more Medieval 2 style hero format and less like a Warhammer format. And that is to say that they will have an entourage, they will have a bodyguard, but otherwise they will just be a single person. No great deeds are done by them. They're not going to take on whole armies on their own and win. They will be relatively easy to kill, and you will need to use them more. Think of them more like the Shogun generals, actually, I think, because the Medieval 2 generals have a bit of an annoying tendency to be almost immortal, which is very annoying. But the Shogun generals, I think, are more akin to what they will be like. And if you've played Shogun 2, which I'm sure many of you have, you will note that your generals are really quite weak and should not be used as hard-hitting hammers. You want to protect them at all costs because they die easily. The other option is then to play a fully myth-based version of Total War Troy, and that quite simply will turn all of the truth behind the myth units into actual myth units. So there will be a real Cyclops, quote-unquote real Cyclops. There will be a real Centaurs and features like that. And then the third option is to play as it plays now, which is the truth behind the myth. I think I'm going to let all of these attack me, so I'm just going to end the turn and see what they do. Yes, I know that's there. I can't repair it. I don't know what you want from me. That's a brilliant idea. Now, personally, I was very much of the camp that Troy, I thought, should have just been a fully myth-based game anyway. Because I think, actually, the market of people that wanted to play a Bronze Age Total War game is remarkably small. It cannot be that sizable. Whereas I feel if they then went for... If they came off of the back of the success of Warhammer, which, as I've mentioned many times before, Warhammer is one of their most successful titles. It's their most popular title. There is obviously a call for a fantasy-based Total War. And whilst Games Workshop obviously is popular, I don't think Warhammer is popular because the Games Workshop Warhammer world is so well revered. I think Warhammer is popular now off its own back. Who on earth is doing all of this to our settlements? Can you just bugger off? This is bloody annoying. Bill Bally, you should probably be upgraded. Oh, look, Magritta can get one of them. No, but let's... Oh, yeah, Bill Bally, you really should be upgraded. Carcassonne are going to sneak round and hit us. Oh, and look, it looks like they're going to try and siege us out at Castle Carcassonne.
My lady will not allow it.
My lady will not allow it.
Not in this world or the other.
Ombre le Beau. She's back.
Take me for a Charles?
Alberic de Bordelot. Ah, bonjour, monsieur. He is the legendary lord that leads Bordelot, is he not? Or does he have a legendary lord?
Will not allow it.
Victoire le Jongleur. Alright. I think we're going to just have to hit them. If they're going to not let us give us the time, balls to them. Oh, look at the garrison we've got. Oh, this is all over for you. Right, so we've got Banner of Eternal Flame, which gives them fire damage. 8% weapon-based damage. Let's give that to Belegar himself, because he's out in the front lines, isn't he? And then we've got Rune of Seeking. Oh, increases bonus versus large. I think that's surely got to go on a cannon. Area Spectre has to home in on targets. Yes. And Rune of Courage. Charge bonus and attribute immune to psychology. Now, Dramar is a shooter. He's got a shooter. So I suppose it would probably have to be a melee unit. But that's not really ideal, is it? I will control a large army. And we can lightning... Oh, do we lightning strike? Or... Look, we're going to win even if they're all together, aren't we? But no, it makes sense, doesn't it? We want to minimize our losses. This isn't even going to be a challenge. Let's not beat around the bush here. That is a pathetic army. And we've not only got this army, we've also then got a fully expendable support army. But anyway, on Troy again, I do think that if I can narrow down my points to be very true, I've done well off their own back and not because Games Workshop is massively popular. Personally, that's just my own opinion. And I think that the success of that fantasy genre could only be strengthened if they then brought it into a real world setting, is personally how I feel. So I think if Total War Troy had been a myth-based game from the beginning, I think it would have done a lot better than it did. I also stand quite firmly by that I think it didn't do as well as it should have done, financially speaking, because of their silly decision to put it on the Epic Store and give it to everyone for free. Because all of us over here on Steam who would happily have paid for it didn't. And if you got the game for free, how likely are you to actually have played it? And it must mess up their metrics. Then I'm sure they'd never release the metrics for how many people actually played the game as opposed to how many people own the game. Alright, the two cannons. Can you please... Oh, you can't reach them yet, so no, don't do that. As soon as you can. Nice. What are you doing? Oh, they're all over the place, look at them. They should be able to hit them now, and I can restrain them.
Ready to fight. I'm leaving. Range far, range fast. Range far, range.
Get round, get round, get round, get round, get round. These Pegasus Knights are going to die. But wherever that cavalry's definitely going to come for our siege. You just know it is, don't you? There's our Skulderguard. Skulderguard against Knights of the Realm. Oh, they've been massacred. They have been absolutely ruined. It's not even fair what's happening to these. Oh well. Oh, the trebuchet outranges... Are you joking? Nice. That's all the cannons have left to fire, actually. Oh no, the trebuchet isn't hitting our siege, it's hitting our melee line. Right, they're dead. Everyone turn on her. Get yourselves out of there. Right, I think the siege is all that's left. Surely it's going to just start running away. They can charge into Belegar all they want. He's going to ruin them. Can you do that even though they've landed on you? Yeah, it's over. Oh my word. Fighting against them isn't even... It's just not... It just feels like we're committing acts of atrocity. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The stonemasons on their own probably could have just won that. That was a rubbish army victoire. Why are you attacking? Terrible decision. Terrible decision. Someone get in contact with Victoire and remind her that her goal here is to defeat me. The mythos thing, though, it has to, of course, be said and has to be recognised that credit must be given to Creative Assembly for at least giving you both options. So for the 50 or so people out there that are actually interested in playing a Bronze Age Total War game, you now have the option to play a Bronze Age Total War game. But,
The throng is mustered.
oh, have we got any money?
I challenge the earth.
Yes! Can't do anything with you, you might as well just walk out.
It is time.
Right, that should buy us... We'll just wait, actually. Yeah, we'll just wait.
This will achieve nothing.
We can easily defeat all three of them. So.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Now, the problem is in Al Haik, though, where a secondary army came up, didn't it?
Keep my holy vow. No!
No, but it seems to have buggered off.
My axe thirsts for
Am I right in thinking his army is suffering attrition? Oh, yes, they are. Oh, dear. So his army is dying.
Begin.
Decisive victory, medium casualties. Well, I think we... No, actually, hang on, no. How long have we got until we start suffering real problems?
Onward. Summon me if you dare.
Oh, there. 8 turns before surrender. How many turns before we start losing troops? I'm apparently blind, and does it just not show you that?
I will not blight my soul.
Well, I'm going to give it at least another turn, I think. And, oh, that's our first little bug. I can turn this off, though, can't I? There's a way to turn off the Ancestral Renown. Wrong thing. That's the Great Book of Grudges. Hammer of Grungni. Oh, I've not been making any runes, have I? We've got loads of Oath Gold. Different bonuses. Can't remember what the button to turn the Ancestral Renown off is. Oh, a hidden unit was unlocked. Oh, and I didn't read it. You unlock the ability to recruit Mark III gyrocopters from the Regiment of Renown recruitment panel. Ah, cool. Oh, hang on then. Belegar, old bean.
Zulrikas.
Oh, you can't afford them, can you? Of course. Rocket battery Mark III. There we are, 1,250. If we get rid of that, can we afford it? No, we'll have to get it next time. That's fine. We'll get that on the next turn, and they'll get at least one of them then. Did I move you over here? Yes. No, I did not. Alright, don't go too far forward.
Forwards.
Oh, bugger, you're in march stance. Bugger, stay there then. End the turn. Alright, we will definitely be attacked again in Carcassonne, I have no doubt. But we can deal with that, not a problem. And I wonder if Al Haik will then try and attack us. The longer Al Haik, the longer Baron the Saviour waits, unfortunately, the bigger the detriment to his own attacking force because he's suffering attrition. So that's the hope, is basically just allow his troops to die on their own without my intervention. But I foolishly have left him in force march stance. Oh, Ambray has come back. There we go. Oh, they've brought even more forces. All of Bordelot is upon us. Oh, what happened at Bilbally? Did he not attack us at Bilbally? Apparently not. Well, that's interesting. I would have sworn they were going to do that. Oh, he did attack. Decisive victory with low casualties. Oh, and all the casualties apparently are going to be from the settlement garrison. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Because that's the end of Thegan's errantry, so we don't have any more threats in the south, so that army doesn't matter. And towns replenish anyway, don't they? Gaspar Michaud. And they're gone. Nice.
What? By the grudge bearer's will.
Ah, here we are.
Fight!
The end of our enemy is in sight. What a glorious day. Can't get Regiment of Renown because we're under siege. Which one is actually sieging us? Even if we auto-resolve with all of them in present. Right, we'll lightning strike Ombre Le Beau. And apparently lose no one, so 6 people died. Absolutely ridiculous. And we get our... Oh, grudge removed. Nice. We'll chuck in that gyrocopter.
Grudge bearer.
And that army's only moving from strength to strength. Let Bordelot come and break themselves on us. Oh, yeah, that Carcassonne did disappear. Oh, but where are we getting corruption from? An event. Interesting. Oh, look, that went back over there. Definitely rebuild walls. Chuck in one of those. Okay, what to do with the southern army? Because we don't want to rile up any other feathers down here, really. We got anything that reduces... chuck in Inquiring Mind, what the hell. You're kind of going to be secondary now. I doubt we'll use you much. It's all with Ulrich now to end the campaign. Ulrich and Belegar.
Let us begin.
We're getting gates, gunsmith, port, we've got the unique building, and we've got public order up. Oh, that's all good. All good. Where was I building something that was untamed based? Oh, that was in Morkheim, wasn't it? Where we were going to go for the Slayers. Did we get them in? Yeah, we did. Does everyone still hate me? Yes, they do. Alrighty. Grimgor then. Hopefully this is their last settlement. Rub your together. Clamp your shields around your arms, pick up your axes, dwarfs, and march in unison. Raise your tankards and cry out to the heavens, for the greenskins are finally going to be wiped out. Like a weed, or like a plague, one can never truly stamp out the threat of the green tide. We can tide in for now, and I think that will suffice. Queek has moved into our territory. Queek! Castle Carcassonne has been besieged again, and Magritta is being raided by that large Carcassonian army, I should expect. Yeah, so they're going for Magritta, morons. What's our garrison detail? Absolutely fine and dandy. No threats. No troubles, no issues. You can raid me all you want, Carcassonne, because it's not helping you in the slightest. Alright, let's just kill these buggers. And we will fight this one, because this is Bordelot's last gasp, isn't it? I want to see what that gyrocopter looks like in battle. So we're going in. And I want to take them all on so that we can actually train our army and then move to finally beat them all here. I'd like to go down the coast first if I can to stop any of these shore-based raids that they keep conducting against us. We'll clear the mainland. Oh, it's almost the same battle map. Very well. Range far, range fast. Siege is ready. Right, we'll go with the same plan with Belegar having those with him. You can take over there. We've got you guys over here. And we'll worry about the guns. Our reinforcing line arrives. Ah, the gyrocopter with the rocket battery is woefully inaccurate. Good to see. Good to see. Alright, I want a lot of you. Just get yourselves over here. More come in, more come in. Alright, we'll take your melee units. Group them up, move them into a line. Take your general, and then... They have wronged us! And then take your archer units. Get yourselves over there. And there are more melee, aren't there? These are all melee. Yeah. They're going in on Belegar. Our first real chance of putting down their one advantage. Oh, look at that. They didn't even get to him before they died. Oh, that's a sad sight. He's turning and running. He's the only man that made it out alive. And interestingly, he was at the front of the group. You don't often see that, do you? Oh, blimey. These gyrocopters not worth at all attacking anything even remotely near you. Kazoop! Kazoop! Did I leave anything behind? Yes. Oh, a grudge thrower. Just get a bit closer, I suppose. You can, yeah, you're almost in range anyway. Rocket battery. Let's change you up and go for Alberic de Bordelot. No, that's a poor choice. Oh, there's Grail. Oh, bugger, there's Grail Knights. Smolder. More Knights of the Realm going down. Oh, what's that? 25 leadership, 20% magical missile resistance, physical resistance, magic resistance, and armor. That's brilliant. Oh, I've sent forward something way too far. Kill Alberic. Alright. Melee line over here. Run forwards. Range force over here. Kill those Grail Knights. Stop them getting through to our siege, please. Stop them getting through to our siege. Did we kill Alberic? I'm paying attention. Often my problem. Never paying attention. Grail Knights coming in down that side. Right, that ranged line, let's move forward. All these bloody troops on our left hand side is still at risk. Bloody Grail Knights are going to get a siege. Come on. Oh, they're routing, they're routing, they're routing, they're routing. Nice. Proper routing as well, they're not coming back. There's 14 Grail Knights over there that will come back. Let's move the Smolder Guard forward. Cover them. Oh, it's just carnage, absolute carnage. What's going on over here? Foot Squires. Longbeards. We haven't done the... Oh, it's Rune of Regeneration. Chuck that in there. You can Ragnarok. Take their archers out. Oh, their trebuchets are firing at us. Oh, more Grail Knights have snuck round the side. Oh, it's over. Didn't even finish though. There's loads to kill. If I do that, does it automatically do it at its location? Yeah, target around self. Yeah, they just stop when they are on fire. They changed that, didn't they, in the rework? All gyrocopters now give you a clickable action button instead of a drop where you are. Just trying to kill as many as we can, really. We didn't get many of their leaders, which is disappointing. And they have so many cavalry forces. They're just constantly on the flank. But at least they're dead. The Paladin and the Lord. And I think we got Ombre le Beau. Was it Ombre le Beau? Was it... no, it was Thingy de Bordelot, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we got the main... now, anyway. Chuck him in the mass grave with the rest of them. We'll worry about names afterwards. Albrecht de Bordelot, there he is. Yeah, he did die. Victoire was barely present, but she got out with a few things. And so did Camille Bisset. Bisset. Camille Bisset. Oh, that was a crushing defeat for them, wasn't it?
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never.
True king of 8 pigs. You're lucky I can't chase you down, because I would do that. Loads of them killed in action.
By the king's command.
Let's kill her off. Another
The
success.
throng is mustered.
Tagar de Larnay. Oui? Oh, come on, Halkenhalf. Alright, let's get you out and do some spying with you then. Alright, perfect. So he's only got 2 turns and then his army will then be fully healed and he'll be ready to go. We'll get more stonemasons in amongst that grouping, which is good. So that's the north pretty safe. Bilbali's got 2 turns. Magritta's already... we're not going to lose to whatever they've got there. And it's just what do we do with the drunken sailors in the south?
How do the dwarf realms fare in these dark days?
We fare well. But we'd fare all the better if you got on board. Carcassonne actually like me. What?
Those who displease, greetings. Who seeks my wise counsel? No evildoer may receive the blessing.
Well, that's
of
just
the
bizarre. So they like me, but even though we're... what? I'm not going to question that. We'll just move on. Let us end it once and for all. Here in the Dark Hold, the Fortress of Vorag, which I don't know where that is, but I assume... well, we can see the edges of the region, so it's over here somewhere. That is held by... this is very possibly their last region. That is a real possibility here.
Attack!
Now, I can Lightning Strike, which won't get the garrison involved. No, it will do, of course, because we're assaulting the town. Right, what have you got? You've got a charge bonus. Chuck that on that aggressive-looking fella there. And you've got a bonus versus large and expert charge defense. Chuck that on one of our defensive units. Otherwise, it's a fairly mediocre army, actually, isn't it? Nothing really elite. I mean, we're definitely going to win, but nothing really stands. But if this really is Grimgor's last base, then we are... I think that we may be only playing as the possibly one more episode then, really. I would like to see Carcassonne and Bordelot defeated, though. And we won't beat them in an episode, so maybe 1 or 2. Yeah. Maybe I will do the unthinkable and play a few extra episodes over the weekend or something. And then just release the final episodes in one big go. And then we can move on and play as the Beastmen. I'm not bored of the Dwarves, not by a long stretch. I absolutely love the Dwarves. This has been easily the most fun. Well, no, actually. I really liked the Wood Elves. And I think for obvious reasons, because I love ranged combat, and the Wood Elves are the best ranged combat. Granted, the Siege is obviously really good fun, and you can't... It's different ball games, isn't it? It's half of one and 6 dozen of another. Other way around. 6 of one and half a dozen of another. But it's enjoyable playing as the Wood Elves. I think that's a bit too close as well. The enemy's going to attack us, aren't they? Let's not be silly. Put you out on that side. And you go on that side and block them. Our ranged units, or our siege units, will almost immediately get involved. Yeah, look, they're coming for us already. We want those cannons. Let's put the Thunderers here in a line like that. Oh dear, they've got their own siege. We can't be having that. We cannot be having that. Right, and then you guys go over there, make sure nothing goes around that flanking side. And then you're going to go there, yeah. But then I think what I'll do with this, the range units on this side, is just squeeze you in a bit tighter. Right, cannons. This is a travesty of nature. They've brought their own siege. I am disgusted at what I'm seeing on the field here. Grudge throwers? No, you're nowhere near as cannon. Even then, the range is pretty rubbish, isn't it? I can't believe we're getting fired upon. This is just unheard. This is unbelievable. Alright, move forward. Move forward. First lines of our enemies have hit us. Broken Tusks mob, but that's alright. They've gone up against a unit which is not actually that good to be charged at by cavalry, so that's not worked out. And that cannon moved far forward as possible. Moving in on our general, but our Thunderer line is giving them a damn good going.
Nothing can stop us.
Ragnarok them at the back.
Ready to strike.
Kill that big boss. Give him everything. Much like Pitbull. What's that over there? Oh, Zoggo. Ah, come on, boys. Stand your ground. Cannons. Are you now able to shoot at the enemy siege? Or is it... Are they not really in the position? You must be killing our own there, though, surely. Yeah, that's a bit... We're put in a bad place for the hill, really. Right, range units on that side don't really have anything to shoot at, so... Curl ourselves around. It's already moving to be over, though, isn't it? Icky. Black Orc Big Boss. He didn't take much damage from the pinning in place and hitting him, did he? Chucking a regeneration, why not? Chucking a ward save, can't hurt, can it? No, just pinned the wrong thing. Oh, some of the goblins came back. How did we get on cannons? They're hitting them. They're hitting them good. I think we should speed this up. It's basically over, isn't it? If this really is Greenskin's last settlement, or they are Boys' last settlement, then it's going down in a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? As we see the bars slowly tick away, and then the end is nigh. It doesn't really matter, actually. We don't need to kill anything. It was a siege. It's a siege battle, really, and doesn't look it, but it is. And with that, their settlement falls. The banner of Angrun now stretches far from the farthest eastern realms that we know of to the most westerly edge of the continent. Only the Reichland, remember, only the Reichland and Karazakarak are more powerful than me, I would stipulate. What should we do? We'll loot and occupy. A little bit of money never hurt anyone, did it? And that was it. That was it. Grimgor is gone. Grimgor is gone. How simple was that? Ah, and we come across the Dark Elves in pig barter. What's German for barter? Let's just give it an accent and say Schweinbarter. Oh, Carrick 8 Peaks is upgrading. Nicely done. Okay, so of our actual victory conditions, we have taken Carrick 8 Peaks. We have ensured that total severity of grudges in the Great Wood is no greater than 9. Currently we're on 7. What grudges have we got then? Raid any region belonging to the Vampire Coast. Bretonia. Oh, raid Bretonia will get rid of 2. Well, that's easily done. Anyway, sorry, back to the objectives. Unite all of those. That's the only thing now that we've not done. Oh, and the Warriors of Chaos. Yeah, we're never going to do that because they're way too far away. Which means we could achieve victory now in many ways if Karazakarak just sided with me. But they won't, so that won't happen anytime soon. So all of our attention then turns back to the pig dogs. 2 turns Belegar's army's ready to go. I think what we should do is sail Ulrich up there. Rorik, sorry.
It is time.
Alhike has more than enough to defend if someone takes umbrage with them.
Begin. My axe thirsts for war.
So let's just get out. Let's just head north. Sod it. On we go. He can go and mop up whoever's raiding us in Magritta. Then he can raid somewhere up here, which will give us the raiding benefit. And then that's that. I can't believe that actually was their last settlement. How? What a disappointing... What a disappointing finish, really, to the Ard Boys. It shows you how the tide rises and falls, though, doesn't it? Because at one point, Grimgor's Ard Boys controlled all of this area and were the major threat. When we took Carrick 8 Peaks, they were a big player in this area. And now it's Queek, me, or Karazakarak, and that's your lot. And even I mean, I pale in comparison to Karazakarak. What actually is my strength rating? 9. Oh, nice. That does mean there are 8 people above me, though. Cult of Pleasure, Nagarond, both ahead of me. Clan Moors, obviously. And yeah, there's the Reichland. Ah, Karazakarak are number 1. Dwarven Supremacy. Alright, well, I'm going to end it there then. So I think I probably might do that. And I'll probably just record... There's at most, what, 2 or 3 episodes left? So I might just spend some time this weekend because I'm quite free this weekend, actually. On the Saturday, I might just spend some time just recording. I'm tempted to do a live stream to finish it with a live stream, but obviously we're live streaming on Saturday already with Dak, and live streaming this is much harder for my computer to do, and I think the quality suffers. So I'd rather just record the finish. So I think I'll just record us killing off Bordelot and killing off Carcassonne, taking these 5, and then that'll be that. That will be this campaign over. Nice little finish. But I do hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you'll watch the last few to see it through to the end. And then do stay tuned, because once it does conclude, I will put up a faction vote asking you which Beastman Lord we should play as. I'll put them all out there because I've never played as a Beastman. So it's an experience for me as much as it is for you. And much like we did with the Dwarven campaign, I'll talk through what we're doing at any given point, so that if you've not played Warhammer much before, you hopefully learn a little something, and it might make you want to get the game. And I say that Creative Assembly haven't asked me to sell this game. They haven't given me anything other than they did very kindly allow me to get all future Creative Assembly releases for free. But then that's very much because of the work I've done with Medieval, really, and how many people I've brought to buy Medieval through Divide and Conquer. But they haven't asked me to try and sell this, but I just want to because I think it's a fantastic little game. And also, I mean, I'm a bit biased. Creative Assembly is English. I've been to the town in which their offices are based many times, and I even have a friend who used to work for them many years ago. But anyway, for now, that concludes. So thank you very much for watching, and until we speak again, dear friends, and farewell.